Hey guys, what's going on? It's Reflix66 here, back with another quick loot guide video. Today we're talking about how to fully loot Crack House and Stronghold. You can see there's two different locations right here in the new area on customs. I say new, but it was added in 2 or 3 wipes ago. This building here is called Crack House. This building here is called Stronghold. And then this is the oil change building. We're going to go over all 3 of these buildings that were added in. Hopefully tell you guys something new. But we're going to start on the outside here. We're going towards Crack House. There's this large technical supply crate here. This could have different items for your hideout. And also early wipe. This can have gas analyzers, so it can help you out, get some of the early tasks done. From here, we're going over to Crack House. We're going to start on the first floor. The first floor has more places to look than the second floor. When you first come in, you're going to check this little cart right here on the top and on the lower shelves, and then walk around and check the ground. There's different medical item spawns here, but there is a good chance to find a Salewa. And also there's a medical box right here. So on the first floor, there's actually a ton of loot here. When you open this door, you can come in. You can sometimes find loose items in here, but there's not a ton of loot in this spot. But when you come in, we're going to go room by room as we're going through. When you come up here, there can be food and item on this shelf and over here on this desk, as well as an ammo spawn. And then this little guard desk right at the front, you come in, there's a duffel bag, a jacket, and then loose ammo spawns up here on the shelves. You can also find different food and drink items in here as well. When we come back out to the hallway, on the left hand side is another bathroom or gym locker room. And we got a Carl here. Always check your Carls, guys. Carls can have really good loot in them. They can have everything up to like a class 6 armor, different food, item, ammo, weapons. Carls are 100% worth checking every time you can. We call them Carls because they're combat Carls. They just die. They spawn dead on the map. They're static spawns. But then next to Carl over here, there's a bunch of weapon attachments. Sometimes you can find some pretty good weapon attachments here as well. On the wall, we've got a jacket. If you go around the corner, back here in the back, there's not really too much to find back here. But there is a duffel bag on this bench. From here, we're going to go out. And the next place we're going to check is on the right-hand side. We're going to push in. There's a jacket. And back here's a duffel bag. If we come back out to the hallway, this is a little secret spot that a lot of people don't know about. If you push up here to this crack and you look down, you aim at Carl's little arm right here, you can go ahead and loot him too. Again, guys, check your Carls. I can't say it enough. There's really good loot in these guys. Always make sure to check them out. From here, we're going to go up to the second floor. Now, you always have to be careful of people camping up here. This is a high value area. There's a lot of loot here, plus intelligence spawns up here in this little library. So we're going into the library section now, and we're going to start on this end. And the thing you're going to want to check when you come in are these two filing cabinets right here. And then as you're going through, you're going to want to check all of these shelves for folders of intelligence. They can spawn on the shelves or on the ground, so make sure you do a thorough search when you're coming through. But you can find intel, you can find paper, and a few other different items that'll spawn on these shelves right here. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like there's anything there for us today. But we're going to come out, and then on the right-hand side is this large medical room. So you're going to come in and you're going to do what I call a right-hand search pattern. You're just going to check all these shelves all the way around the side, all the tables. They can have loose meds, stems, potential Salewas, surgery kits. You can get Golden Star Bomb. You can get all kinds of good stuff in here. And as I was saying, there's a Salewa right there. So if you're doing your shortage task at the start of wipe, it's right there. And the last room to check inside of this building that's called Crack House. It's called Crack House because this kind of looks like, you know, some kind of meth lab or something. But the last room to check in Crack House is this room right here. This room has a ton of meds in it. You can come in here and get all the meds you need for days in here. Tourniquets, surge kits, all the same standard stuff. And you just check all the way around the room. But that's it for Crack House. That's everything there is to loot in Crack House. From here, we're going to push out and move over to the oil change station. Or what we just call oil. We call it oil change because this is where there's a truck with like a bay underneath for mechanic work. Now, before we go in the building, we're going to check right here next to the tires. There's a stash. Looks like a hubcap stash right there on the side. You loot that. When you come in, there's different places to check. The first thing we're going to do is go left up the steps. There could be loose loot right here. The toolbox right there. If you go back to the opposite corner, over here, there's going to be loose loot on these shelves. And then if you come back through the bottom, you're going to get weapon attachments that spawn on these tables right here. And so then once you're done with, there's not a ton of loot in here, but it's still worth checking, especially early wipe. Once you're done with that, you're going to push out of here and we're going to go over to Stronghold. This is called Stronghold, Fortress, all kinds of different names. Used to be a Reshala spawn. I haven't seen Reshala spawn there this wipe. Not sure if they took him out, but I know the goons do spawn in here now. When the 3 goons are on customs, the new bosses they added in for Lighthouse, they spawn here on customs in this building. So we're going to go in. We're starting. You can see where we came from, Crack House. We're going to go in on this front door on the left-hand side. And first thing we're going to do is hook a left to this room right here. Now you have to be really careful when you're pushing in this room because people love to camp in here. People sit on top of the rafters on the right, and they sit I mean, you can get, if you start on this box, you can get all over the place in here, and you can camp angles and trap people as they're coming in. So you always have to be cautious when you're pushing in here because people love to camp in this room. Anyways, when you come in, I just do another right-hand search pattern. Start with the jackets, work my way around. Big supply crate, weapon boxes, a med box, loose meds spawn on the bed here. Food back here by the fireplace. And then another weapon box that people miss all the time on top of this box right here. People, I don't know why. I think people are just too nervous about other players coming in. They miss this box all the time. So if you're on your scav, you can always check that box. You can always check it. Doesn't mean there's going to be something there, but you can check it. You know what I mean? All right, coming out, staying on the first floor. We're going to round the corner here. You can find loose food and hydration items on here and over on the bench there. And then we're coming over to the center room here. In here, you can find moonshines, sugar, gold chains, valuable item spawns. But over here, you'll find ammunition. Then up here, you'll find food, there's a bag, a large green weapon case. Over here, you can find, oh, hey, on here, you can find a moonshine. And then down here on the bed is where you can find your gold chains and your food and water. But this is definitely one of the higher value rooms on customs, just because of the chance that you can pull a moonshine, which is, I think, going for around $250,000 right now. When you come out, check these barrels for ammo, and then we're going to go all the way to the back over here. And guys, all the surfaces can have ammo too, by the way. So when you're coming back through here, where you see like those barrels and these reels, just check the surfaces. Sometimes you can get high-end loot or high-end ammo that spawns there. But then once you get to the back of the building here, there's another weapon box and weapon attachments that spawn here. So from here, we're going to go upstairs. We're going to go up to the second floor. There's a couple more areas of like kind of some secret hidden loot up here too that a lot of people overlook. When you come up, we're going to stick with our right-hand search pattern, right? Because we can go anywhere up here for loot, but we're going to stick with right hand. You're going to come back here to this back side. There's a medical item spawn right here. There can be loose meds and a med box. But then if you look back here in the corner, there can be high value ammo, like really decent ammo and weapon attachments on these locations. Next, we're going to push through. There's a few supply crates up here. You can see there's one here. And then you push through, there's one by the grenade launcher right there. And then there's the one we saw when we first came up. This one is a medical supply crate. The first one was a technical supply crate, and the one by the grenade launcher was that's the food crate. That's where you can find all your food and hydration items. So definitely a ton of loot up here. But guys, that's Crack House, Oil, and Stronghold. I hope you guys found something useful from this video. I hope you learned something. If you guys have any other spots to check between these buildings that I missed, please be sure to leave them in the comments. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you need any additional help, feel free to come by the stream on Twitch. Check out our Discord at toc.gg/discord. Stop by our website at tarkovhelpline.com or leave a comment down below.